Hi everybody, are you ready for another Ask Dr. Bob? I know you are because we are getting questions from everywhere and we really appreciate them and I thank you so much for passing them on. Tremendous questions. Here's one for you. Almost forgot, do you believe there is any use for medical grade skincare? Now here's something that's important for you. I need you to look at the ingredients. I don't care if it's medical grade, if it's a network marketing company, or anyone that you truly trust. You have to look at ingredients. Sodium lauryl sulfate is a chemical that's commonly found in sometimes natural shampoos and skin products. I would just be aware of what is in the product. Just raw plant ingredients would be excellent. You really need to just make sure if there's a lot of chemicals in there or if there are dyes in there, because see, whatever you put on your skin is absorbed into your body through the lymphatic system. So just because something says all natural doesn't mean that it's good. You could probably feel pretty safe with organic. Another question, Dr. Bob, my mom has an HA1C that's close to 6. First, let me tell you what an HA1C is for all of those of you that have never heard this before. There's a red blood cell count where the glucose is monitored. So the HA1C, or sometimes called the A1C, is the glucose that's on a red blood cell. That glucose has been hanging around there for about 3 months. So you can go into your healthcare provider and do a fasting glucose, but that doesn't always give you the true accurate answers that they're looking for. But an HA1C tells me what's going on for the last 3 months. And if you're above 6, that could be an issue. We encourage weight loss, of course, cutting back on your sugars. We use a product in our practice called Bioglycozyme Forte and Glucobalance with great success. Next, here's an interesting one. Can nightshade allergy cause low ferritin and low vitamin D levels? I suffer from major digestive problems, hair loss too. Hair analysis says I'm a slow oxidizer with tired adrenals and thyroid. This is what I've learned about ferritin. Ferritin happens to be iron. It's a way we can measure iron in your body. I have found that gluten, wheat, rye, oats, and barley, the glue, the protein that's in those grains can cause your intestines to be sticky, and that means minerals cannot be absorbed. The person asking the question must have had a hair analysis. A slow oxidizer usually tends to have subpar thyroid and adrenal function. Probably one of the most common epidemics that I see today is I know that 72% of you watching me right now have not enough iodine. A third of the whole world has a subpar thyroid gland. I know that a good many of you have subpar adrenal function. So you could talk to me and we could talk for hours on this subject. You should have a TSH, a T3, and a T4. Those are blood tests. And an adrenal stress index saliva test. We can help recommend nutrition for you, but you need to change your lifestyle. If you're eating sugar, if you're burning the candle at both ends, your adrenals are going to be exhausted, and so is your thyroid gland. Just wanted to throw that out to you. I have a friend who had her back teeth pulled, and she cannot eat carrots raw at the present time. What can you do for her cholesterol? Well, first, cholesterol is Dr. Bob's ABCs. Half a red apple every day, third cup of beets, 4 or 5 baby carrots or 1 medium carrot. I'm really going more towards the medium carrots right now. You could warm them, bake them, puree them, and make them available to your friend. Sugar and trans fat are one of the leading reasons that people have high cholesterol, plus, of course, stress. Yes, so she can eat carrots, but carrots alone are not going to lower her cholesterol. She could also have low thyroid function. Last question. What do you recommend for lymphedema? I have a massage client who's had a complete hysterectomy, gallbladder removal, appendectomy, etc. 2 hernia surgeries. Here's what's going on with the lymphedema. Lymphedema is when your lymph glands are overworking. And I have actually seen parasite involvement be one of the most common reasons. See, your lymph glands are located all over your body, and they eat like Pac-Man, unfriendly and unwanted bacteria. When your body is fighting something, those lymph glands have to work harder lymphedema. Do you have a cat? Do you eat wild game? Do you eat sushi? Do you eat pork? Common causes for parasites and unfriendly organisms in the body. Stay away from sugar. I use a product called Agricept L. It's a citric seed extract. I take 10 drops every day. You want to avoid the sugar. That's really an issue. You want to avoid putting these unwanted products, these unwanted bacteria and processes in your body. It makes a huge, huge difference. We also use a product called ADP. It's emulsified oregano. And we've had great results with all of them. You might want to have a blood test done, CBC with a differential. That helps us determine what your body needs. First, thank you for watching the Ask Dr. Bob's. Thank you for passing them on to your friends and family. We look forward to making a difference in your life. See you next time.